Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca, and this is Your Bourbon Journey. Welcome to another episode of Thirsty Thursday Bourbon Cocktails. Tonight we're going to do a riff on an after dinner drink that you might be familiar with. It's called the Irish coffee, but for this week we're doing the Kentucky coffee. The ingredients we need are as follows. Naturally, we need a great Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I have selected the Russell's Reserve 10-year-old. The age gives us extra profile and some robustness that's going to stand up with this coffee cocktail. Second, a bourbon cream is essential. I've selected the Buffalo Trace Bourbon Cream because it's available in so many stores and easy to find. Plus, it's pretty darn good. Next, we will be using Turkish tobacco bitters. You might recall them from our Kentucky tobacco sour we did last week. I just decided it might be really great in this cocktail because it's going to add those notes of nutmeg and clove to our coffee cocktail, which is going to be very nice. Of course, have some fresh brewed coffee on hand because without that, we cannot make a coffee cocktail. We're also going to start out with some Ghirardelli caramel because my favorite sweet note in a bourbon is caramel, and I know it's going to complement this Russell's Reserve. A little whipped cream on top will make it just about ready to be finished until we grate some fresh nutmeg on it. I hope you're really ready to get started because I am. We're going to start with our Ghirardelli caramel sauce. We're just going to line our glasses. We've got our Irish coffee glasses. Let's call them our Kentucky coffee glasses tonight. So we're just going to make sure that we have some caramel sauce all the way around the cup. We don't need a lot. We just want a very light flavor of caramel that's going to complement our Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Perfect. Next, we'll add our bourbon. And for our Russell's Reserve tonight, we are using 1.5 ounces for each cocktail. Again, this has got a very nice, strong profile that will stand up great with our brewed coffee. Excellent. For the bourbon cream, we're going to use 1 ounce. I'm going to give it a little shake because this cream, sometimes you want to do that. We're going to go 1 ounce for the bourbon cream. If you were making Irish coffee, you would have put Irish whiskey in and then you would have done some Irish cream. So we're just substituting for the Kentucky version of these things. There we go, 1 ounce each of the bourbon cream. Great. Now I'm going to use my Turkish tobacco bitters because tobacco is a really big product in Kentucky, known for growing tobacco, so that kind of fits in with our Kentucky coffee. I'm going to use 3 good dashes in each cup. Maybe it was 3.5, but it was kind of in there. I'm going to go ahead and add our coffee, which is about 4 ounces to each cup. Kind of depends on the size of your cup, but I like the 4 ounces because that balances out with the 1.5 ounces of bourbon and the 1 ounce of bourbon cream. We will give that a stir to make sure that the bourbon cream mixes up well with the bitters and the bourbon. It also helps kind of start dissolving that caramel that's along the edge. Terrific. So of course, a little whipped cream doesn't hurt anybody when we're doing something like this. Putting a little extra because you know this coffee is really warm and that cream is going to start melting pretty rapidly. Finally, I'm going to grate some fresh nutmeg right on the top. I tried it both ways last night and I just found that the fresh nutmeg was really giving a stronger aroma, which set up your palate for the drink when you were finished. And that really is all there is to this drink. Wasn't that simple? I'm pretty excited about it. So let's taste it. Cheers. Oh yes. The very first thing I get on the nose is that nutmeg. And of course, the whipped cream is giving this fantastic mouthfeel. It just makes everything feel so soft and luscious in your mouth. The coffee is blending perfectly with those notes of caramel and the tobacco bitters with the clove and nutmeg, along with the nutmeg on top. And then that bourbon cream kind of sweetens it up just a tad and makes it a little softer and silky. And then we have our great Russell's Reserve 10-year bourbon in there, which balances greatly. Went back and forth between should we use 1.5 ounces or 2. We decided that 1.5 ounces made sure that it stood up, but yet it didn't overtake the overall flavor of this cocktail. This would be a great after dinner drink in the evening, and I hope you will make one soon. Always remember to drink responsibly, and cheers.